Internet! Shout is here, and time for another episode of Arena Time here on ShoutStone. We are following Trump as he makes his run through the arena, now approaching game number 8, because I can't count, according to Monday's episode. Without any further ado, let's get to the action right now. It is Jaina versus Thrall. Trump playing the part of Jaina the Mage. Don Zarth playing the part of Thrall the Shaman. So yeah, apparently the last game on Monday I couldn't count and seemed to think that this was game 9. It was only game 8. And so right now, Trump is sitting on a 5-2 record. With the hopes of hopefully making it past 5 wins, getting closer to 12. But we'll have to see how this game goes tonight, or today, or really whenever you're watching. Maybe it's tomorrow. You can watch this game whenever you want. Alright, so kicking things off with just a quick totem pop, gets a Stoneclaw totem out there, so a little bit of early taunt should be a nice way to absorb any kind of potential early damage. And no real options for Trump at this point, so he's just going to ping a quick point of health off of it. And we'll see how it goes next turn. But, yeah, so this series has been kind of interesting. Some games have been really dominant by Trump, others he's had a little bit of hard time with. Hopefully he can make it out of this and actually get a relatively higher, hopefully at least a GM run out of it. I mean, that'd be nice. You know, we certainly want 12 win runs, but we'll have to see what happens. All right, so he's going to coin in the Chillwind Yeti, and right now his opponent's only response is a single Searing Totem and that Stoneclaw Totem, or that Stoneclaw Totem, which is really just there for decoration at this point. It will eat a point of damage, but it's really about it. It's still fairly early. Trump's not doing any kind of early aggression. If he played Arcane Missiles, the odds that he could take it out are pretty high. Pretty good play here. So he uses that Crazed Alchemist to swap the health and attack power of that Yeti, then hits it with a Lightning Bolt and takes it out with the Searing Totem. But here's another Yeti. Backup Yeti. But that was a really good play in response to that. Unfortunately, it locks down some of his mana. Or one of his mana, at the very least. So this will be another 4-drop play for our Shaman player. But that's the, that's really the core mechanic of the Shaman class, is that overload ability. And the ability to really respond with everything. So, if we look at the options that Trump has right now, well, he's going to play another Lightning Bolt and probably take him out with the Crazed Alchemist. So, he's doing a good job of getting removal in place. Trump's going to certainly want to get some more options out there. He's going to finally get rid of that Stoneclaw Totem and put that Jungle Panther into play. So at least he'll have something out there for a little while, because it can't be taken out through traditional means due to its stealth ability. Opponent's responding with a Stranglethorn Tiger. Now, if we look at options here, he does have that Venture Company Mercenary. Could get something a little strong out there. I don't know if he necessarily wants to go that route, however. No, he's going to get a Worgen Infiltrator out, and then he's going to follow it up with that Venture Company Mercenary. So, he's starting to establish a little bit of a field there. Most of his abilities now are spells, so I think he's just going to rely on the forces that he has in place at this point, and hope that he can really kind of work behind that. Gnomish Inventor comes out, and Lightning Storm should do a little bit of damage here. It's going to keep the field clear of most of those minions. He still doesn't... I don't know if he's going to attack with that Panther, or that Tiger, however, or leave it hidden behind the Stealth. And no, he is going to sacrifice it to take out the Venture Company Mercenary. So far, like, really good removal play by the Shaman player. He's doing a great job of just keeping the field clear and removing all of Trump's options. I think he's hoping to eventually burn out a lot of the potential significant threats that Trump may have. So, we'll have to see what goes on. But right now, it's a little hard to gauge what he's going to want to do. And yeah, Shaman player just using his weapon to clear the minion once again. Still very good removal here. Puts that Violet Teacher into play. So Trump at this point gonna need to find a way to... Probably gonna want to get rid of that Violet Teacher relatively soon before he starts getting overrun by little 1/1 damage minions. Alright, plays the Arcane Golem. We'll use that and a ping to take out that Teacher before it can really do anything. And the field is clear. So this game is... It's fairly even from the perspective of health and card count and things like that, and obviously minion count, which is at 0. But I think that the Shaman player right now has a pretty good advantage. He's done a good job of removing a lot of Trump's options, but he's lost a lot of his own as well. But he hasn't really burned anything too expensive. So looks like Trump's going to polymorph that Ogre. Drops that Stampeding Kodo, I think. Yeah, there it goes. And it will take out the sheep. So now as far as options goes, he still has that Shattered Sun Cleric. He's also sitting on Frostbolt and a couple Arcane Missiles. He might want to play Arcane Missiles at some point. You know, at least get them out there. He can take out that... He'll be likely to take out that Totem and inflict a couple points of damage to the opposing hero. But also it really depends on what happens this turn, so it's a little hard to gauge. Alright, Dragonling Mechanic. So Arcane Missiles might be a pretty good play at this point, just because it could take out a lot of what's out there. But a quick Hex on the Kodo, and it is gone. Last charge of that weapon burned on the hero. Everything's healed right back up, so... Yeah, I think Arcane Missiles might be a good play here in the hopes that he can take out one or both of those 1 damage minions. So we'll have to see. He's going to pop Frostbolt. Now he will play Arcane Missiles and take out 2 minions. That's a good trade there. And he'll ping away the Feeling Totem. And it leaves just... Healing Totem, and leaves just that Searing one behind. So the only minion in his hand right now is that Shattered Sun Cleric, and usually you want to play that in conjunction with something else. So hopefully his next draw gives him another option. Because, you know, we're in the late game right now. You know, we're at the end game point of this matchup, and bigger things are going to start happening. So Feral Spirit, great play there. Trump does not really have a lot in the way of options for that. He's also going to throw down an Earthen Ring Farseer. Really building a very sturdy force on the field right now. Alright, so Bloodfen Raptor going to get buffed up by that Cleric. The Searing Totem will be pinged away, and that's all he can really do with this turn. So, his opponent's probably going to burn one of those Feral Spirits to take out the Shattered Sun Cleric. Might trade... Yeah, he's going to trade the I think he's going to trade the Farseer for that Raptor. Indeed he will. Oh no, he's going to play Doomhammer instead. Use that to take the minion out. And start to really set the tone for I think what might be the beginning of the end here. I mean, you know, so far, the Shaman players definitely kind of owned this game. And Trump's just been trying to find a good way to respond to it, but he's not... For one, he's not getting the cards he needs. You know, a Slime would have been great, or an Acidic Swamp Ooze would have been great, if he even has that in his deck. So he's going to polymorph one of those Feral Spirits, and that's all he can really do at this point. Still no minions available, nearly at the halfway health point. Oh, jeez, here comes the Fire Elemental. See, we're at that late point of the game where the big stuff starts to happen. Fortunately, he has another polymorph, so he's probably going to shut that Fire Elemental down on this next turn. Or he's absolutely going to have to. I mean, he's sitting on only 9 health. And, yeah, he just doesn't have a way to kind of respond. Frostbolt, I mean, that's fine. Get rid of that. He's going to Frostbolt away that final minion there. So now it's just totems on the field. So at least he's only staring at 4 damage on this next turn. But it's 4 unavoidable damage. So that's a real problem. I think the lack of minions coming into the late game here have been a big problem. And the thing that really set the tone for this game was the Shaman players' just dominance of removing everything. And here we go. So he has set everything up. This is endgame. Trump basically knows it and is conceding right there. So unfortunately, Trump could not take this game any further, but just the early game and the mid game were dominated by the Shaman player. Key removal abilities were being used back and forth, and he just held it all down. So unfortunately, 5 wins is all Trump will get here. Let's take a look and see what kind of rewards he will walk away with. Gold in a pack. And let's see, what is in the pack? Epic, Farsight, and an Armor Smith, and Lorewalker Cho, a legendary. Oh, nice pack. I'm sure Trump probably already has all of these cards, but decent collection, I reckon. Granted, he's mostly an arena player, but hey, you know, there you go. So not too bad. Pretty nice collection of cards there, and not a bad arena run. So that's going to do it for this episode of ShoutStone and this run of Arena Time. I don't know when the next run of Arena Time is going to come back. I'm going to be tweaking the format a little bit to try and make it a little more interesting. But we will be back on Monday with the next episode, so don't miss that. And don't forget to sign up for our tournament. The sign-up deadline's coming soon. And also, check out the latest episode of Games in 60 Seconds. You can click the link for both of those things right now. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.